Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bad Movie Night podcast. My name is Chris, and tonight we've continued into Breen-tober and covered the 2005 action thrill ride that is Double Down.
The fact that I became so individually, electronically powerful scared my government as well as others. It was that power that caused them to assassinate my fiancée and break my heart forever.
Forever!
Oh,
I'm so excited for this. Oh, there it is.
I almost used that as my background, but I decided not to. I was going to put my face on their butts.
Whose is nicer,
you're
though?
showing too much. You're showing too much, Chris.
That poor woman, she is clenching like her life depends on it. And
She's dead. How could she be clenching?
He's just relaxing, having a float.
He's
He's
enjoying
letting it all hang out.
Yeah,
It's probably like, well, we need a couple more takes of this.
Dude, that for a 65-year-old man, that's a good ass.
It looks
That's
so
a tight
right.
ass.
Well,
My
he
ass
was
ain't that tight.
50 when he made the movie, but yeah, I heard what you
Still.
said.
I worry about that. I have saggy ass syndrome, but I don't know if I do.
You
I
just
don't
get a
know if I
Brazilian
do.
butt lift.
Yeah,
But his-
get a Brazilian
his-
butt lift.
Whoa, is that where they just stick like plastic bags and shit in your ass? Make it bigger.
Plastic bag.
They fill like Ziploc bags with like,
And then blow into him.
yeah, blow into it.
I love your science behind this stuff. Is amazing.
Is that what that is? What are they putting in there then, AJ? You tell me.
Silicone.
silicone or gel?
Is that permanent? Is that going to last forever?
Balloons?
You can have them removed,
can have
but it
them
is
removed.
very painful, expensive
Didn't one of the
process.
Kardashians just have their...
It's gotta be
But-
terrible.
Yeah,
Because they're not
they-
cool anymore.
Yeah, they've all lost weight and reduced their boobs and their butts.
Did they put
they-
that over
they-
the
They're
muscles,
just being
right?
They-
easily proportionate.
They spurred this like fad of BBLs and all this stuff, and then they're like, never mind. Just kidding.
Well,
Do you think
probably
Neil
a health
Breen?
issue.
Do you think Neil Breen has a Brazilian butt lift, or is that all natural?
I don't know. I think the water gives some buoyancy.
Oh, that's true. It's just a floater.
It's just
It
a
looks pretty
floater.
good. It looks pretty good, guys. Second week of Breen Pearl. I think I called it Breen-tober at the beginning, but
Yeah.
I corrected it. Breen Pearl is what we are in. We have one more week left of Breen Pearl.
One more.
We'll see where it takes us.
We're getting close.
But
It's gonna take us
We-
somewhere, that's for sure.
we have watched the newest, well, not quite the newest, but almost the newest widely available Neil Breen movie, which is, of course, Twisted Pair.
Oh,
And now tonight we're talking about the first Neil Breen movie, which is, of course, Double Down. And I have one question.
Double face down.
AJ,
It was not twisted.
what is Double Down about?
When a boomer pretends to understand computers,
I'm a science guy. The one
but doesn't realize he's in Death Valley.
It's so fucking hot here. They can't
But he's
see
a good
me.
guy because he supports the vets
I'm an American. I'm an American.
and donates his millions to starving children.
Take your brain cancer away.
He mentions it.
But the government is out to get him.
Can't
Or
trust
at
him. He's
least-
too powerful.
He thinks they are, like the viewers of Fox News.
You're gonna get shot just saying that.
Just because someone's paranoid doesn't mean someone isn't after him.
Will he fill up on tuna? Or will he simply double down?
Nice wrap up.
It doesn't make any sense, but it's good.
Rated R, because you see Neil Breen's asshole and kind of maybe his testicles.
And he eats tuna in a hot car.
Yeah.
It's the only way to do it. Only way to do it. Can you think of anything worse to eat in a hot
Is
car?
that a euphemism?
Oh,
Oh, he's eating tuna in a hot car.
That's what you do when you're in Vegas, you know? You drive out in the desert and have some cans of tuna. Oh, God.
it's got like 50 cans in his
What I think is funny. Oh, never mind.
We'll save it, right? We'll get there.
Oh my God.
I think that the funny thing was that. Oh, I'm still. Never mind. All right. Well, that was great, AJ. Thank you so much for
You're
that. I guess then we're gonna move on and do the history hall, which is something that's evolving recently.
I mean, it's not a lot to do about Breen, right? But
Changing, shifting into new things and new places. So let's take a moment and dive into Aaron's history hall
get in my trunk.
and get a little something
Some tuna.
about Neil Breen. Here we go.
Alrighty then.
Oh, there he is. It's amazing.
My name is Neil Breen, and I am a decorated war hero named Aaron Brand. I like to
The
hide
only
in the
place to
desert.
keep your medals is on a jean vest.
Yes.
Yes.
I have all the
And you're going to talk
medals.
about the 30 medals you don't have.
I've got a Costco award for the most tuna fish cans in 1 year. I've got an award for the most monotonistic voice in the world.
Hey, he was better in this one
He was
somehow.
better.
Yeah, that's not weird.
He was a lot better in this one.
Yeah.
It says he was a comp sci grad fighter pilot.
It's crazy.
Wow.
I mean, what wasn't he in this movie, right?
I wrote a resume to read
Nice.
later.
That's
so-
cool.
That's
Nice. I'm
good.
excited for that.
That's good. All right, there's not a whole lot to talk about this. I mean, we're going to talk about the movie in great detail. I don't want to give away a lot about the rest of his movies because we are going to check them out someday. So just some kind of things from this movie, right? According to the credits, there was no lighting, makeup, hairstyling, any of those sort of basics used in this film. Although I will say, I think it looks a lot better than most of his other film. This is funny too. I've noticed this is none of the computers or phones are ever turned on or doing anything in the movie.
Yep.
No,
He just picks him up.
but Neil Breen makes up for it because he's turned on in every season.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Is that a satellite dish on your car? Or are you just happy to see me?
I think it's really, yeah.
He screws that satellite dish all the time.
What is he
Like,
doing with that wrench?
He's
I have
adjusting
no
it.
I
idea.
don't know.
That bolt needs to be
It comes
adjusted.
loose.
Wrench it.
Yeah.
No characters in the film are called by a name. Like none of the side characters. His name is Aaron Brand, but I don't even remember
Why
him
do you-
actually saying that.
He says
It was
his
in the
name.
voice.
He says it
Right.
at the
That-
very
His name.
beginning. He introduces himself.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even I think his girlfriend or wife doesn't have a name.
No,
No.
it's
This film
just the
was-
fiance.
Her name
Oh, okay,
is
yeah.
Skeleton in the Bag.
Whoa,
God.
spoiler.
Save it for the podcast, Bill.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ,
This is
Bill.
the
Come on.
podcast.
Well, for later in the podcast. He confirmed this was shot entirely in 35mm film. He explained that he never worked with digital cameras, so film was easier for him. Kind of wish he would have stuck with that after seeing his most recent film. Okay. This doesn't make any sense, but this is from trivia on IMDb. Production was briefly halted when Neil Breen accidentally fired himself while looking into a mirror.
What?
What?
I don't know.
Does that mean he jerked off? Like, what does firing yourself mean?
Like he's fired.
catch
He's
on
like
fire,
said, "You're
maybe?
fired" into the mirror.
You're fired, Neil.
That's some joke somebody
Yeah, I
put
know.
on there,
It's
and you
great.
fell
It's
for
no
it.
sense.
No, I'm not falling for it. I'm just going with what's on here. Okay, that's basically it for trivia. Some quotes from this were amazing. We're going to be talking about that later.
That's a great history. Oh,
Hold on.
Yeah, this is
What am I supposed to talk
fantastic
about?
stuff.
There's nothing.
What am I supposed to talk
There's,
about?
there's no official release date. There's no budget given. There's hardly any crew other than the actors in the film. So I don't know what you want me to talk about other than his other films, which we're going to do
his
soon. It's not.
I think you just need to start dancing, Aaron. I think the cure you need is some funk. There you go.
There it is.
You can't see my other
That's
hand right now.
What happened? Hold on.
What the heck?
Where is everyone? There we go. Oh, what did I do?
I don't know.
Oh man!
All right.
Oh fuck.
I'm sorry. There's not a lot out there. I will say If you look up Neil Breen in Wikipedia, his photo is just the best thing ever.
I will say I went on his website for his newest movie and watched the trailer. Amazing. Not to mention his website looks like it came out in the 80s. Also amazing. Amazing.
80s.
Yeah, did you
His
see
eyes
the
are
font and
closed in
stuff?
the Wikipedia picture.
Unbelievable. His website looks so old, but it's awesome because of that.
Oh,
Here. You got it.
Did he make it on GeoCities?
Just open up. Like, look at the artwork and stuff that he uses. Like,
Why is this photo so stupid?
pull up his website for his newest movie.
I about to do a spit take.
Let's do it.
You have to do it. Rebecca shared her screen. You have to share your screen. You fool.
Let me see if I can find it.
All right. So, Lindsay,
Oh yeah.
you have a whole segment. I'm going to play the rabbit hole just
Okay.
for nostalgia's sake.
Let's
Hey, there we go.
So, here we go.
For good old time's sake.
It's time for the rabbit hole. Grab your rope and your galoshes and prepare to dive deep into your host's wealth of knowledge. With more connections than a LinkedIn recruiter or a Wikipedia editor on a 5-day met bender, here's your host, Lindsay Washburn.
All right. I wrote a resume for his character, Aaron Brand. And I mean, it's not formatted like a resume. It's just a list of him, what he said his accomplishments are and his
Taco
titles.
Bell connoisseur,
Yes.
professor of histrionics at UCA, Berkeley, and Yale of Guam.
So Aaron Brand, first in class in computer science, fighter pilot, medals for distinguished service, covert agent, mercenary, best agent in secret strategic support branch of the Defense Intelligence Agency. Developed a way to control any computer or satellite. Controls access to the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. Controls access to anything and everything. Makes millions of dollars on various covert assignments, donating everything to children and natural disaster evacuees. Received bioelectromedical implants to assist him in carrying out his missions. Takes out white-collar criminals. Invented half the systems, the secret systems.
Drives a limousine.
Been given this great power, but is so alone without the girl he loves. Invented an invisible shield device. Can start and end wars through his electronic satellite and computer skills. Cures tumors. Has planted biological bombs in 7 different cities around the world.
And
Who is he?
Secretly
Where
told
is
the
he?
media.
Secretly told the media.
Who is he?
Poisoned the water supply.
Where
of
is
Nevada.
he? He's in the desert with 5 laptops, 6 cell phones, and bioterrorism.
So he's a good guy or bad guy? I have no idea.
He's an American.
Aaron, save it
He's
for
an
the podcast.
anti-hero.
I'm
He's
an American.
anti-hero.
American.
Well, at least I know I'm free.
And that was not all of
stand
his accomplishments.
That's just
He
the
had
surface.
so many more.
That's just the tip of the
Just-
iceberg.
That was the
Just
first
the
4 minutes of the
highlights.
movie.
He needs a whole series so you can learn about them
The
all.
laser force field was pretty cool.
It was.
The laser force field was pretty cool. We're gonna get there. That was very impressive. Thank you for that, Lindsay.
Woo!
Lot to talk about with the Neil Breen tonight. So let's get to it and talk about Double Down. Here we go. everyone, this is Chris, and just reminding you in the still of tonight to go to patreon.com/badmovienightshow and sign up. For $2 a month, you get access to the exclusive bonus podcast pre-show, as well as other bonuses. That's patreon.com/badmovienightshow. All right. AJ, what,
Yeah.
AJ, what did you think about Double Down?
I was curious because we watched his newest movie and then we're going back to his oldest movie, what to expect. And man, does this guy have some style? Like he has continuity in like what he does. Again, we kind of come back to this like story with like voiceover kind of nonsensical government conspiracies, like all the same stuff we got in the last movie, but in kind of like an older fashion, which I enjoyed. Like I loved it. I really like his movies so far. I can't wait to see the rest of them. I'm completely on board for this. It's fantastic stuff.
Okay. Aaron, what did you think?
Okay, so I actually found this was a much better made, a much more well-made film from a film standpoint. I felt a lot of the stock footage was blended in much better. It wasn't so jarring and disjointed as his more modern movie with all the green screen stuff going on. As far as story, again, it's just I'm the best at everything, and I have a resume 5 minutes long, and I'm a good bad guy, but bad good guy. And the bad guys have chewing gum and like pencil erasers for spy equipment. I randomly kidnap newlyweds, not the right newlyweds.
Hey, it was an accident.
And
Okay.
the
right flag ones, they killed themselves anyway.
I don't know what his character, what he was supposed to be doing in this movie.
He's eating tuna.
It doesn't matter.
He's all powerful.
He's conspiracy theorist.
This is great.
What they
He
do.
drops it all over his lap.
This is what they do.
So much tuna.
Tuna.
The movie would have been so much better had he just driven off the road and down into.
That would have ended.
Well, he would have had a reason to be stuck in the desert in his car. So
outside of Vegas.
no, this makes me much more curious than the last one because the last one just felt so poorly made with all the CGI and him being like Spider-Man.
I think that's even better, isn't it?
I mean, yes, it's entertaining, but I think this is actually this was made better. This looks better.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
not on
film,
It's
yeah.
crazy when you think
But
about it.
he was less ambitious, I think, with some of his
More recent
scenes.
stuff.
Yeah, his more recent stuff I think is really ambitious. Hence Spider-Man and the explosions. I don't know. I just think he's just not for me. I just don't get this stuff at all.
See an enigma, would you say?
An enigma?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Okay, Lindsay, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it a lot. This isn't the first time I'd seen it, but this this movie kind of shows you a little more about like who he is,
His
because
ballsack?
it's especially, yeah, you see a lot of another side of him, but
Literally.
but
We'll watch it. We'll watch it then.
this one
Side of him.
This
Cool.
movie, as compared to his later movies, this one you can really tell is just, they call it the black tank top movie. You know,
Okay.
it's the vanity project. I'm awesome. I have this
Yeah.
beautiful woman
we
naked
got
in a
that.
pool with me, and
Yeah.
everybody's fearful of me. I can contact world leaders and shit.
Yeah.
And
But
yeah,
hair.
it's believable.
It's some
So
next
that's-
level shit.
that's the
Hair.
genesis of all this, and then I think he just gets more and more wrapped up in all the government conspiracy theory stuff the further
great.
you go along in his movies. But no, it's good to see where he started. This is a
Mm-hmm.
must see if you're gonna watch Neil Breen at all.
I'm kind of glad we didn't start with this one though.
Yeah. hmm
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Rebecca.
It was it was just so long.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. Like if you
Like
would've-
I paused it and I was like, this has to almost be over. And I think
Oh,
I was
man.
like 32 minutes in.
If you have like an hour and a
Wow.
half to live, you should watch this movie
This-
because it'll
guys,
feel
It'll
like
be the
4
longest
days.
hour and a half
Yes.
of your life.
You're feeling about this is all wrong. We're gonna do these opposite. When we fly to Alpha Centauri or some other place that's 40 light years away, and it takes us thousands of years to get there, they're just gonna play these films,
Mhm.
and you're gonna be like, "Oh, it's finally fucking over! Holy shit, we're in a new planet. We're in a new solar
It's
system."
true.
I did appreciate that it was much more him not in front of green screens, because that was a lot from the last movie. But
This is
You
dead
think
parents
that's
for
a
some
lot?
reason.
yeah,
Oh man, look at this.
Did you see
his
the-
acting is
Deathly
just
awkward.
it's on point in this movie. Like,
My pants are wet. Mom.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
Spiv yelling.
Brilliant.
you're laughing and you're like,
Hey.
okay, this scene has been going on for 20 minutes now, on to the next. There's just he needs someone to edit, I think.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That'll solve all.
That'll fix it right up. Spiv, what'd you think?
Yeah, I didn't like this one as much as the last one. He definitely has a style, but you could tell this was like his first one, because the story just it wasn't there. It didn't make
Wait.
sense at all. He was just out in the desert,
Did the
like,
newest
talking to
one
his
make any
dead
sense?
wife over and over, and then he conference calls by talking into 3 phones at once. And,
Don't you know
and
how
that's the
computers
end.
work?
That's exactly how computers work.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, in 93 minutes, I could have sworn this movie was like 2.5
Wow.
hours. I mean,
It was
that's
Give me somebody.
Crazy. I am shocked.
Give me anybody in the
On
government.
I will
on
agree
the
with you.
Breen.
though.
I'm gonna poison your water.
I'm shocked.
I need to talk to the
I
president.
thought this would easily be a clean sweep here.
Hello, Fox
I-
News. Don't tell
I
anybody.
agree with AJ though. He definitely has a style, and it's consistent through both of the ones that we've seen. So I'm looking forward to the third one. We'll see what it's like. But not a huge fan of this one.
I think this one definitely looks better, like Aaron was saying. I agree with all that. The stock footage fits in better. It looks consistent throughout. It's not like Neil Breen superimposed over a shitty JPEG
Yeah.
stuff. So there's moments where like the camera moves and it feels almost competent. It's not framed nicely, but it like makes sense.
He likes having trees in the way of the subject.
And the fact that it gets explicit with nudity, or almost there, was a whole new side of Neil Breen. Like a whole new side I saw of Neil Breen. An underside, but a whole new side.
Side I never
But-
wanted to see.
But
Literally, but,
this is
yeah.
I'm with Spiv, like insofar as like the new one, while still incoherent in a lot of ways, also had a plot which I could like sort of see what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
And in this, I'm like, what the fuck?
Right?
Like, what is this? This is nonsense. But then you get stuff like this.
Yeah.
Is it climaxing there?
Yeah,
What is
well, he was
happening?
naked in a pool with a attractive.
I have a theory about this. Is that it was initially supposed to be a sex scene that they filmed, and then she's supposed to die, but then he didn't have a reaction to her dying, so he used the sex scene reaction.
I don't know, man. When she gets in that pool, she won't even face the camera.
Yeah,
she's
because
like
she's being forced to.
Yeah.
Probably in this fucking movie.
so uncomfortable.
Why does
He's
he
like,
end
"You
up
want that
face
new
down in the
house?"
pool?
It's metaphoric.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
I don't
that.
know
I mean,
what
there was
for.
some artistic expression happening, even though it made no sense. Like,
yeah,
there was
the
an attempt.
Sitting in a
orchid
car.
with the blood,
I
the
appreciate
bones in
the
the
attempt.
desert. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, how
he
did
just
she
saw
die, though?
Magnolia. You know, he was trying to make sense of
No. This movie made me just
it.
realize
Magnolia,
that,
Chris.
that he is a dumbass, and this is so stupid. Okay, it's just so dumb, and it's so obvious how bad it is that but it continues with like there's people in this movie that aren't him who are worse than him somehow at acting, and I don't understand how this happens.
He has to look like the lead, so they have to be.
Yeah, he has to pick the worst people around him.
That's obvious.
A couple of you made mention that. And were they police detectives or FBI people when he rolls up with him?
Who knows? They change.
They don't recognize the guy, and then they rip the mustache and beard off, and they're like, "It's him!" And they pull their guns out. It's like, that fooled you?
Yeah.
Where are
He
you?
blew the budget renting this Testarossa.
That is his Ferrari.
I like how he talked about.
That's his Ferrari.
He has the technology to activate any car, and he gets into an old Testarossa. It's like, what?
It's
Makes
got
no sense,
electronic
dude.
locks, AJ.
That car doesn't have electronic locks in the manual. Like, what does that mean?
A couple of you made mention that you were glad there was no green screen stuff in this movie, but
That's pretty cool.
but he invented a different kind of green screen for this movie. You see, he would go get footage on the strip, steal footage without a permit, and then he would go to his backyard with whoever he was supposed to be talking to and just point the camera up at the sky. And those people would be magically transported to the Las Vegas Strip.
That's cool.
It's genius.
That's actually pretty.
But he frames everyone on the same side. Yeah, exactly.
And the other thing he does, which he did with his other movie, he's constantly shooting these people with like telephoto lenses from like really far away. It's so
He's got
good
about the
choice.
scenery that doesn't fit.
What about the whole opening?
It's like he has one lens.
The whole opening is like a pan over
It's all telephoto.
the desert, and then we see him trying to scale down
Ah,
a rock face.
yes. Yeah, let's talk about this.
The name of this clip is "What an Asshole."
Let's talk about.
Let's
talk about the fact that-
chemical vials.
Can we talk about the fact that he's homeless and living in the rocks in Death Valley for some reason?
He
And
donated
maybe that's
all
why
his
he's
money to
crazy.
the children, AJ.
Because of the heat.
Yeah, he can't keep it.
Yeah, he puts anthrax on people. This guy
Yeah.
is not good.
Yeah. It's a commentary, right?
Dealer.
On the mental health.
Anthrax dealer.
Anthrax dealer.
You just wrap it in duct tape and it's all good.
Hey guys, when you're going around the desert with your wife's body in a bag,
Yeah.
I mean that's
It's pretty bad.
I thought she had recently deceased because she still had hair there, and like I thought, is that his wife?
They should have did like
in the bag.
No,
a Monty
so
Python
hallucinating
ending
now.
where the police just arrest everybody on set and put them in the cop cars and drive off. The movie ends.
That would have been amazing.
This is terrible.
What does he say?
I'm an American.
Remember
the-
when?
He says, "Where are
It
you?"
was
This is everything story-wise that's in this movie. I mean, it's not really story, but like the relationship with the wife, how they fell in love with each other when they were just 7 years old.
7 years old.
You know.
Oh, and they're showing that
That's the
playground
core.
footage, which was really creepy, of these little kids running around.
Well,
Those were kids that
they
were
in the
cast.
movie, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
because they
so
show up in the desert.
It's such a creepy choice to film little kids on a playground and then talk about how you fell in love when you were 7 years old in a creepy manner. It's such a weird choice and creepy.
Because,
Super creepy.
Yeah, that
Well, but that
story
does
and
sometimes happen
the
for
government stuff is the story that he keeps trying to tell in every movie. It just it morphs and changes, and he tries to perfect it. I don't know.
What do you think he
better at
does out in that car in the desert by himself?
Has to do with tuna
Tuna.
cans.
And tuna cans.
Jerks off
Throws them in the
Do you
like
think?
every God-fearing American does in a
I
car in the
wrote-
desert.
He
I wrote
wakes up on
down.
the ground. That's what he does.
He's literally on a rock
He
with like
jerks his
three
Blood
computers. Right?
everywhere.
I wrote down. What do you think the glare is like on those laptops in the desert?
It doesn't matter because they're not turned on. Who has all these? He has like all these laptops and phones, but none of them actually work.
They're
This
all
is so-
super
that's so
old, too.
crazy.
That
He's
one
just a
next to me
crazy
there with the
guy.
Tiny screen.
Yeah, that's
That's
like
what I'm
the
saying.
90s.
It's just so dumb. It's so obviously dumb. And
He's an architect,
Like-
Chris.
it suffers from the same. It suffers. from the same thing as Twisted Pair in that it's like immediately so dumb, and after 15 minutes, everything is just so dumb, and I'm like, of course, this asshole's wearing the worst fucking mustache beard I've ever seen, and of course we're gonna treat it seriously, but
15 minutes in, Chris, the voiceovers.
It's just not cute anymore.
Well, and this is where I come into question, like, is he in on it or what? Because it's like, how could someone be this not self-aware?
Yes.
Not self-aware. I'm just like, how can...
Oh, he is completely on... Yeah,
but I mean, it just keeps going and going and going, you know, further into his film.
I think he got some money and he bought the camera and he said, I'm going to make a movie. And
and he had no understanding of what that means.
And I love this. He was part of this little sting operation just to like help those two guys' careers.
Yeah.
Can we talk about
I don't want part of this. You guys take credit. Here you go. Bye.
Was he releasing the anthrax? Like, because he went to the strip and like released the toxin into the air and was talking about it's going to kill everybody everywhere.
He put it on a dude's arm.
And it was going to spread, right?
Water.
It was going to spread like 12 Monkeys style, right? Everyone was going to get sick. Why didn't that happen though?
Because he forgot about that plot line.
Because he's crazy? He's just playing himself a crazy person in this movie?
I honestly legitimately think he has some mental health issues.
Yeah, he might.
His character.
That's probably why he lives in Las Vegas, right?
I mean, but that's kind of normal out there, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
I would think so, to live there.
What can somebody actually tell me what the story is? Like, I get we're touching on a lot of topics, but what is the journey we're going on here?
He comes to terms with his wife's death, and
I got that.
He has a mental break.
But the reason his wife is killed is because he's dealing with all of the secrets,
the fallout
stuff.
But he doesn't want to be the bad guy anymore.
That's where it gets confusing because he goes out like on these missions and he talks to people and gets anthrax from people. He poisons fish and sees his dead
he
parents.
Steals couples from wedding chapels.
Yeah, he has assassinations that he has to do, but there's never like anyone that's
there's too many levels.
There's way too many levels, and we don't know what the end game is for any of this. There's
why did she get killed?
End
Who
game.
was she? Why did they bug his car with a shopping cart? Like, it's
Why do they
so
use chewing gum as a
nonsensical.
means to hear things?
It's nonsensical because people like the guys he works with will change who they are, and then they become the CIA later, and then he double crosses and works for him. Like
I think it
literally
they
changes
were the CIA the whole
from
time.
scene to scene. Like everything changes.
But
Constantly.
if he can truly control everything, who cares about the CIA? He can just shut down their computers. And,
you know,
he can just undo the CIA.
It is really interesting though. When I was
Damn
watching
tuna
this,
cans.
I was thinking to myself,
That
he's
was the
making this
budget for the
movie.
film right
This
there.
is his first movie, 2005. You know, pre-Trump era even, and the stuff he's touching on is so prevalent now and so in front of everybody. It's pretty interesting. Like everything he puts into this is like boiled, you know, over.
So you're
decades
saying he
and
started
decades.
That is a good point.
I'm just
It
saying,
all
like
started with Breen.
it's a symptom, I think, of certain type of people that are unhealthy, unfortunately, like Breen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Of that, I hear you there. That is an interesting point. The thing of it is like, okay, we were talking about John DeHart movies last time, which is just Getaven. But like that one makes way more sense to me in a way to like bloat his ego up, where he's like an action star and he's got the ladies. This one gets too heady with its stupid conspiracy.
But it's individualistic to whatever their fantasy is.
Yeah.
Like with John DeHart, he wanted to be big and tough and bad and doing karate and all this kind of stuff. With Neil Breen,
needs to do karate.
he sees
wants to be
himself as an
anti-hero.
intellectual.
Yeah.
And so his ideals are loftier.
He
like
wants
going
to-
after white collar criminals, right?
He wants his film to be cerebral, but it's just not. It's just
Right.
gibberish.
Can't trust the military, but he'll support the troops. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because he knows you can't, there's no way to end modern warfare without biological weapons.
Mutually assured destruction.
And they're so much more devastating
guy's
than
ankle.
a nuclear.
And you know what? You know what else is really interesting in this one? That was a great scene, by the way.
His reaction to being shot in the head.
We had in this movie what we had in the last one. There were some more religious undertones. right?
Oh,
There's that
just
scene with the old man with the
waits.
choir. Like, there is some religious stuff he's pulling from here.
Every time he was hallucinating in the desert, there was choir music playing.
Yeah, interesting choices, right?
Let's listen to a little bit of this music.
I don't know
That's-
if that woman's moaning in pain or pleasure. I don't know what it's supposed to mean.
She's watching
was
this thing and
the-
just like
I can't remember now because I watched this like last week. What was the story with him picking up the couple at the church? What was going on there?
it was a hit.
That
job.
was a
It
hit
job.
It was a job
Yeah.
he got, but he got
That
the
was-
wrong people, right?
He picked up the
Yeah.
wrong people.
The best
that supposed to be
agent
funny?
in the business.
Got
Is
the
that
wrong
supposed to
people.
be like comedic?
I
And he's-
love
Right
He
people
says
kill
hi to the
themselves?
couple he's supposed to kill.
Right.
He's like, "Hi, congratulations. Hey, you people that I'm not supposed to kill, get in my limo."
I love that when he puts the guy in the trunk who's completely knocked
Yeah.
out from the drugs, the guy moves his hand so it doesn't get smashed by the trunk lid.
The thing about all this stuff and like scenes like that is I'm watching this and I'm thinking to myself, what is this guy like when he interacts with people in real life? You know, is he really like unhinged and, crazy?
That's the thing. He's been able to keep himself a mystery.
I don't think he is. This is a Vanity Fun project for him where he unleashes all that stuff. I think he's probably pretty normal, maybe a little weird, but I don't think he's going to unleash all these government conspiracies on you when he's trying to be an architect.
No, I just mean like even like his dialogue and stuff and the way he talks to people, like like that cool car scene where he's drugging them in the limousine and like pretending to be
Where
her
he's playing on the
husband.
side of the road.
It's
That was
so
weird.
weird.
It sounds
And I'm
like
like-
Well,
it sounds like two kids playing in a car, like playing. Oh, I'm gonna drive you to the store now. Do you want to stop and get some McDonald's? That's what it sounds like.
I think the problem here is it's hard to distinguish whether there's supposed to be humor or it's just more of his like nonsense. Because like
Right.
you're talking about like the tuna cans, like at the end where he's pulling all the tuna cans out, like that's supposed to be a joke, right? And maybe
don't
the
know.
wrong
It
couple
has
thing
to
is supposed to
be.
be a joke. Yeah.
What is he looking for?
He's looking for an unopened one. He's hungry, guys.
I mean, a
Eating
joke.
takes energy.
His fiance dies. He moves into the desert and survives on tuna fish. This is definitely a film about mental
He's gonna
Mental health
die of mercury poisoning.
poisoning. Yeah, really.
I don't know if a lot of it's
Just straight
supposed to be
tuna
a
fish,
joke
like
or
no
not.
tuna salad or anything. Just straight up
Straight
can-
out of the
Straight out of the can.
Does he drink
Because
the
that's
juice
rugged.
too?
That's survivalist. To just
Tuna juice.
What was the story with the dinner table scene with
Rugged.
the child? That was
He
weird
saved
too.
her brain cancer.
Yeah, he saved
Yeah.
her with
with the magic
nugget
rock.
of.
He got the
Yeah.
gold from the old.
Oh, that's what he was
This-
looking for in the tuna can. One of them had that
Oh, right,
nugget.
This
in
this
it.
isn't the only magic rock
golden
that
ticket.
pops up in the
Yeah?
Breeniverse.
Really?
There's other magic rocks.
Breeniverse, is that
Oh,
what
we
the
s-
fans
we
call
saw
it?
one
I think
of
he
them.
tried to show us his magic rock.
Breen's peen.
Let's check that out.
Damn, that's an alternate title. Oh, jeez.
She's doing the entire scene like this.
Yeah.
Chris, I know what your next documentary
did
should
he-
be.
Was he upset that she died, or was he?
He's turned
You
on.
want to hear
by
my
it.
idea? You want to hear my documentary idea for you?
Let's
You
hear it.
interview everyone that's been in one of his movies, but you don't interview him.
I would love to do that.
That'd be amazing.
And you get the story of this poor woman in the pool, and you find out what really happened. Yeah,
AJ,
that
we should
gets
just
pretty
let's
dark.
make that, AJ. Let's make that.
Was he distraught or
Just
excited
call
by
it
your
Finding Breen.
All of
Finding
them.
Green.
At the end of the movie, we drive down to some rocks, and he's just living in them in the desert somewhere.
And then
playing
your
a bunch head
of
canned
explodes
tuna?
from the invisibility
Oh yeah,
field.
don't get too close. Yeah.
Just follow the trail of canned tuna.
God, I would be worried if I bought a house from this guy. I'd be like,
Why?
shit. Why? He's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't think so.
Uh,
I think, look, you're talking about him being an architect. Like, I feel like there's a different side of the brain people use for certain things. And, like, he's just
he's
not,
not an architect.
he's not a creative. Like, well, I shouldn't say that. He's
Very
creative,
creative. Yeah.
but he's not like a, visionary in his. I don't
Yeah,
know. He
well,
is.
He's
It's,
not
I don't
an
know.
auteur.
And look,
Yeah.
look, we gotta remember he lives in Las Vegas. He probably grew up there. Like I don't
No,
know
he's
his
from
whole
the East
backstory.
Coast.
He's from the East Coast.
Yeah.
Please
He's
don't say
from-
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
I think he's from
Say something like
Pennsylvania.
Jersey or Florida, and I'll be all right. Oh,
I
okay.
think it's actually Jersey, somewhere in their way. I have to look it up again.
I
for you.
believe Jersey.
Yeah.
Maybe the heat just did something to him out there. All those computers and that car without air
It afflicted
conditioning.
him.
Just the tuna.
Yeah, this movie was stupid. Like, it's just fucking dumb. Like, I don't care what you guys say. Like, yeah, there's funny moments, especially out of context. Him orgasming when she's dying, or him organizing when. Yeah, no, I said that right. That's something. We have this.
She had that great footage of them
Terrible.
carrying the
When
body
you
down the
shoot,
mountain.
You're supposed to change. Like, you're not gonna do this. Your whole body
You
is
are
supposed to
if
be.
you want the blood to splatter, right?
But he's
Yeah.
standing there without moving his body, but he's moving his arms. Makes like he's not even.
What did you think of all these machine gun sequences where they're like taking over places, like running along the trains and that kind of
What
stuff?
were they doing? What
There's
was
missions.
to what? To accomplish what? To take
Like,
what?
so
For
he-
who?
They're so-
For why? For
It doesn't
when?
matter.
They were so lazy they they couldn't even edit in like fake bullets or like muzzle flashes or anything.
I'm looking this up.
Like, so
I'm looking
bad.
this up. What is the plot of Double Down?
I tried doing it. There's
We
very
are
little information, Chris. out
45
there.
minutes into the podcast and we're Googling what the plot
Like, I
is.
just want to know what this movie was about.
I mean, it's quite simple, Chris. Obviously, you just weren't paying attention.
Okay,
It's
it
a
says
lot of side plots.
A brilliant
many
computer
side plots.
loner seizes Las Vegas in its terrorist attack while fighting against
That's-
his fits of clinical depression, obsession for romance, and death.
that's IMDb's, but this I think
Yeah.
this one's better. Google says a genius computer loner takes control of the city in the attack as he fights with his fits over overwhelming depression and
Dude,
obsesses.
that's exactly what I just fucking read.
Oh, is this?
You're obviously
No,
a
it's not.
genius
No, it's
computer
not.
loner. It is exactly what I read.
No, it's not. Is it really?
When does he take over the city?
I don't know. He takes over the water supply of Lake Mead or
He
something.
threatens it.
Why does he have all the
No,
heads
I
of
don't-
different departments talking about these
I don't.
things?
I don't know if any of that was real, Spiff.
I don't think it is. I think this is
Or
lot
it
of
was
this
a
is like
double
figment
cross.
of his
I'm not
imagination.
sure.
Like his
Do you
wife,
think-
his fiance
Or it's all
died,
in
and
his
he just
head.
lost it.
Yeah.
I bet that's what he was trying to tell that story. I think he was trying to build like this intellectual thriller where there was all this
Yeah.
twist and intrigue, but it's so
it
stupid
was
that
real.
you
Doesn't
can't
make
see any of
sense.
it. Yeah, and you're missing the whole point because it's just so badly done.
What
That
is
would
the
make
double
sense.
down? What does double down mean?
It's the
Tuna,
two dead
man.
people
It's a-
floating in the
it's a
pool.
Tuna. He doubled down on the tuna.
Both of his
One at a
balls
time.
are down in the pool.
It's
Okay.
gambling, right?
AJ says tuna, Aaron says balls, Spiff says
He
gambling.
got the double discount at Costco and he loaded up on that tuna. And it's like,
I got my old Mercedes, a gallon of tuna. I'm making a movie.
He made a movie. We're gonna play a little more music.
It's brilliant.
That was
Whack
literally a
dish
scene.
with a wrench.
that was
It's
like a
the-
scene.
He's got
Wearing his
direct
mom
TV,
jeans.
like satellite
DirecTV
dishes.
dishes.
Yeah, and he's doing that classic thing he did in the last movie, which is problematic, where he talks over top of stuff, and it's such long periods of time in between happening. Like he'll do this slow
AJ,
sentence, right?
He's currently talking about the film.
And you're seeing him like take stuff
in
out of
the
the trunk
film.
of his car for 5 minutes, and then it pauses for another 2 minutes, and then he starts talking again.
He
It's just
he
so
self
drawn
narrates
out.
too much.
I saw my parents. At the
It's almost like
at the
Kevin
second-
Costner levels, but without being good at narration.
Mm.
It's like he dances with wolves, but
Kevin
instead of the Kevin Costner, you have Neil Breen, and just be like, "I lived among the peoples."
Does Kevin Costner do that a lot?
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
he's writing in his diary.
Right, I know, I know.
Dances.
But
But yeah, it just
there were wolves.
I think
and
that's
they
the
were
idea.
dancing.
That's-
instead of showing the story, he is just telling us.
Purely telling, because
Yeah, which is an easier form of storytelling. That's why he's
Uh-huh.
doing it.
Have you guys seen these Matthew McConaughey ads about him doing some live thing about life or something? They're the most ridiculous ads I've ever seen in my life.
Dude,
No,
I love that guy.
It.
His book is so ridiculous.
He's like, my dad always said you gotta, and I'm like, shut the fuck up! I don't care what your dad said. Why are you talking to me? It's so ridiculous.
Gotta make money
So
somehow.
also tangentially related to Neil Breen, there's been like advancements with the it's the same thing Chat GPT does, but now it like for video, so you can give it a text prompt and it'll render you a video.
Yeah,
So I
it's
used one of
terrifying.
these to render me Neil Breen eating a banana, and this is what it gave me.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
God.
Oh god, I don't like it.
That's pretty good.
What is that?
That is frightening.
Wait, what? He
It
didn't
looks
feel
like,
it.
It looks like a Muppet.
Man, that's
I
awesome.
can't think of the
Can we do a
author
whole movie
that,
like
or
that of
the
Neil Breen?
actor that looks like.
Yeah, it doesn't quite look like Neil Breen, but it sort of does, right?
No, the
We
face
should
is
raise
there.
money to make a
It's just the
AI
hair.
movie about a Neil Breen movie.
We should make a Neil Breen AI movie. Yes, AJ,
yeah,
I
that'd be
love that
fucking
idea.
awesome.
I'll go buy the cans of tuna at Costco. Spiff, you
Just
write the storyline.
Import all his movies together.
Lindsay's got the resume. Rebecca's gonna play the bassoon for the music.
Sounds fucking
This is
awesome.
all bassoon music.
That'd be awesome.
It's gonna
So-
be amazing.
The thing about this movie is there's no specific points in the movie where I can say,
Yeah.
this is the middle, this is the end, this is like there's just nothing. There's scenes where I can be like,
Yeah.
we saw his butthole, he did the weird orgasm scream, there's tuna, like there's things I can comment on, but nothing with the
fragmented.
story. So
I
it's,
honestly
No.
thought it was almost done at 39 minutes or something around there.
You could
pause.
rearrange everything and it would not.
wouldn't matter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the time is
matter.
not like linear or something. There's something weird going on with the
it's-
time.
Well, it's all about his head and how he's dealing with stuff. Yeah. All the
Yeah.
events are kind of meaningless for the core plot.
Which is what, Spiv? Please illuminate us with the core plot of the film.
I
You already
will
did.
eliminate you all. I already did.
Yeah.
Excuse
you
me?
need to pay attention, Aaron.
Aaron, you need to pay attention. This is you gotta take this stuff seriously
Yeah,
sometimes.
man.
Like a force field, you know? And it'll kill you.
That was pretty sweet.
That was amazing.
You know, this is a little bit of a thirsty wasteland of a film.
It is.
There's a bit.
Mhm.
The only other thing I have to talk about is the credit sequence. Which
Oh, man.
features
Neil Breen.
Neil Breen.
Hayden Lane.
Casting. Neil Breen. He edited this movie. Lighting,
Lighting,
none.
none.
Arabic of none.
Catering though, Neil Breen. What? Here's the real
Oh,
question.
my-
What was he feeding people?
Tuna.
Tuna
What
fish.
you-
Tuna fish. All right, fair enough.
All the tuna.
sandwiches. Hot tuna, no less.
Tuna, cans of tuna, some crackers.
Tuna that he keeps
You want a
at the
hot
time.
tuna sandwich in
Leave
the
it out in
desert
sun for a bit. Yeah.
for
Oh, God.
lunch?
Oh,
What do you think his drink would be that he would provide?
tuna
Oh,
juice.
God.
Tuna juice.
No, come
Is that
on
a
now.
thing?
He's not an animal.
Is tuna juice
Drains
real?
the cans into a
There's
cup.
canned
You
juice.
go to craft
in water.
services. You got cans of tuna, some crackers. What drink is he providing?
Coke.
No,
Warm water.
he's not spraying for Coca-Cola. Come on now.
RC Cola.
Diet right.
Or sequel.
It's like vinegar. or
It would have been the
something.
era for it, that's for sure.
Milk.
He's got gallons of milk out in the desert.
Hot milk and
That makes-
tuna.
That sounds like the plot line for Double Down too.
Doubling down on gastric
Eat this
distress.
and not puke and shit yourself to
Yeah.
death.
We used to give it to the hobos.
All right. Is there anything else with the double down?
I don't know what you could
Probably.
possibly talk about with this film.
Probably.
Is did you guys okay, let's just do this. AJ, would you recommend Double Down, and did you find this better or worse than his newest movie, Twisted Pair?
I think it depends on like what you like in your bad movies, because it was all pretty much practically shot, which I appreciate. I feel like his acting was better and his drive was better in this. Generally, I am really on board for this guy's movies. He has the passion, which I like, and he has like the drive to keep making them, and he has a style. Like, what's not to like? These movies are amazing.
Is
They're cool.
incoherency a style though?
Just
Yes,
like any
for
other
him
bad
it
movie we
is.
watch or any other bad movie director we like. I appreciate it. I really want to see where this goes. he's crazy. I can't wait. Can't wait.
Okay, Aaron.
While I will concede that the storyline or plot line of this film is even more incoherent than the newest film, I do appreciate the overall look of this film. I think even though the actors are terrible, they're way better than the people in the newest film. It's a Neil Breen movie. I don't know. It's such a different experience. So I think if you watch the newest one, you owe it to yourself to watch this one. I definitely found it to be a better overall film, I think, even if it is about Lord knows what. I don't even know.
Lindsay.
Tail of Tuna.
Yes, because if you're gonna watch later Breen films, you have to watch this one because this is stuff in this movie comes back. You have to have the lore, so to speak.
Yeah, this is interesting. I'm like hearing that.
Because things come back around. They may not mean the same thing, but they show up every now and again. So yeah, definitely check out Double Down.
Rebecca.
Yeah, I think I like this one better than the last one, so I would recommend it. It's definitely an experience. It's not always a positive experience, but it is an experience.
Scotty P.
I'll recommend it. Yeah, I didn't think it was as good as the other one, Twisted Pair, but if you're in for the Breen, I mean, this is oozing Breen. In the pool and in the desert. And
the fact that you guys would be like, I recommend this, but then shit on Vampire Cop makes no fucking sense to me.
Oh, come on.
I wasn't here
you
for
don't
Vampire
remember how
Cop.
bad that was.
No, Vampire Cop was bad, but then it also had cool shit by the end, and you guys are
He did
fucking
burn up
ridiculous.
at the end, which was cool.
Yeah, this movie
but
is
they had
dumb.
that guy in the
This-
bathtub. What was he about?
What? You saw Neil Breen's testicles in the tub in this movie? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What was that about? Like that one thing
Plastic
in
teeth.
Vampire Cop, you're like, that makes no sense. But the whole movie here makes no sense.
Didn't Vampire Cop have like a
but
little person in
this
a
has
bathtub
passion,
and
Chris.
like
Passion.
his wife or something?
He had
And then
AJ.
there's
plastic
like
teeth from the dollar.
plastic
AJ.
teeth from
But
McDonald's.
drove
you
out
said
in
it
the
yourself.
desert.
You said it yourself,
In a
Chris,
car.
that there's so much stuff in this that doesn't make sense that after a while you start to not notice it.
You just kind of
I don't notice
I
it.
think.
You
And
go
it-
with
and-
it, yeah.
But it's just at
It
some
drags.
point you're like, come on, people.
Oh,
You got eyes. You see what I see.
Yeah, because
Oh, you gotta
I think I
descend into
paused
the
it
world
like
then.
several times trying to figure out like, is this fucking thing over yet? But yeah.
Stop tapping.
I didn't. I
Pacing
watched it
was
straight
bad.
through. Enjoyed every
Oh,
second of it.
I had to take 2 nights.
2 nights. Wow.
Yeah.
Just pausing and
thought I was
pausing.
almost
Oh my
done.
God,
and
yes.
it
He
was-
had to get
That
he had to get
last-
hydrated again. He
That last 10 minutes
Yeah, he had
is
some
pure
tuna.
torture. It's just like,
Yeah, why
It's
did
only
it
90
end?
minutes long,
and-
right? It's like a 90-minute long
And-
film. 94?
With the
fuck.
credits, 93. Yeah,
93.
But it feels like 4.5
it
hours.
really does. The first half hour
Uh-huh.
feels like an hour. And a
I
half.
thought it was almost done at the first half hour. I hit pause and I was like, holy shit.
That's
Yeah.
same.
And then it just does the same thing over and over again for the next hour.
Yeah.
and you guys fucking recommended it.
Yeah,
and you
like, what
guys
the fuck is
recommended
wrong
it.
with that?
Yeah.
This is
Other
like
people
classic.
need to experience
This is like
it.
witchcraft. I
Yeah.
fucking hate
No.
it, but I'm gonna recommend it.
No, fuck you. This is nothing
Or
like witchcraft.
Razorback. I was the only one that liked Razorback and
Get the
recommended
shit
it.
out of
Razorback.
shut the
And then
fuck
5
up.
years later, everyone's like, Razorback's amazing.
Shut the fuck up. Shut
This
the
is
fuck up. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
100% a witchcraft
No, I'm
film.
not kidding you right now.
I
Who
don't
likes
know why.
Razorback?
I don't even understand why you're bringing Razorback up all the time recently. Keep off
Because
about Razorback.
everyone's
Nobody
talking about
cares.
how great it is.
No, nobody.
It's always
No.
been great.
But
You-
no one said that on the pod.
AJ, that was 6 years
No,
ago.
we
right?
no. Shut the fuck up. The thing of it is how can you even sit there and compare witchcraft to this? Witchcraft is way more coherent.
Oh, he's getting
Sure.
really mad now. This is great.
Sure, like you got that one where he's a ghost, but like he's sticking his hand into people's thighs. Like that was while that was dumb, yes.
But you
listen to
knew what
yourself
was
talking here?
happening.
But you knew
listening
what
to
was
you?
happening. Lindsay's
That's
right.
very true.
And the whole
It's the
time I
same fucking
knew what
story.
was happening. Like
every
I knew
movie.
what was happening. No, it's
Not
not. How?
ambitious at all.
Fucking
We
dare
knew
you.
we knew
There's
who
gonna
the
be a
characters
trial.
were. You know
There's
who
gonna be a kid on
characters
trial.
are.
You, this is
You-
ridiculous.
yeah.
There's going to be no magic.
This is fuck.
Don't
There
use
is
my
zero
powers,
ambition
AJ.
with witchcraft films. They just make the same
Do
one
not.
over and over again.
Yeah.
They make the same film
Yeah.
with tiny amount of plot.
This is way
At
more
least
ambitious.
he's trying to do something different.
He's trying to like weep
It may be
intellectual
horrible.
levels of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not on
He's
board with
intrigued.
this argument.
Yeah.
I'm not on
No.
board with this argument.
Witchcraft any day of the week over Neil Breen. Okay,
Oof.
any day of the week.
Yikes.
Wow.
Breen is trying to make high art here. Witchcraft is making trash, and they know it.
Yeah, Spiv.
At least it's coherent
Now,
trash.
Breen makes trash, but he thinks it's high art, and that's enticing.
Okay,
Thank you for spiffing your point, Spiv.
we need to move on. The show's supposed to be over by now. Let's play a game. Here we go.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind of argument, right? Your methods are sloppy and your conclusions are highly implicit. Shall we play?
Oh shit!
Oh, it's not about
All
tuna.
right. We're gonna go
Double
fast
down.
food trivia
Oh, you're wrong.
because
That is a
when you
nightmare of a
when you
sandwich.
Google Double Down,
How
you-
is that a sandwich? It's chicken with bacon and cheese between it.
I'd eat that.
That's peak America right there. I'm an American.
Yeah.
Oh my
country.
All right. What is the annual revenue of fast
Oh.
food?
Billions of dollars.
20
Yeah. And I'll tell
Yeah.
you what, buy stock when everything else is going to shit because people will buy more fast food.
$47
Telling you.
billion dollars.
It's in the
Yeah.
hundreds of billions of dollars.
I
It's
don't
a
know.
lot of money.
It's like the
150.
bulk of food sales, probably.
What are those things on the right?
Yeah, I wouldn't even know what to say for
I
that.
don't know
They
what
look
those
like
are.
cookies.
I think
look
they're
I feel like
cookies.
whatever it is, we're
Something.
still going to be shocked.
It
Is
is
that-
$278.6
Wow.
billion.
I'd be curious how that cuts into what a makeup of our economy is on
It's
food
a,
spending.
it's a pretty big chunk.
yeah.
Big chunk.
Yeah, that's huge.
Although it's dwindling.
How many McDonald's are in the United States?
One every 4 feet. So carry the 3.
So there's got to be at
50
least
million
people.
5 per like.
600,000.
I think there's like 250,000.
There's a lot. There's like one every 10 miles.
400,000.
Oh, I was surprised at how low the number is.
Really?
What?
No way. That's bullshit.
13,516.
Really?
That's like that's
Wow.
about. Well, no, how many? Fuck.
That's
I
13,550.
can't do
Lindsay.
math. I took too many edibles.
Happy 420.
You got yourself a Happy Meal there.
But that's a lot for each state.
How much was the first Big Mac?
10 cents.
35 cents.
99 cents.
25 cents.
75 cents.
It was 45 cents in 1967.
Was that late? Okay.
Which when I think it was
It's a
like
wig.
$3.99 in today's money or something
It was
like
probably
that.
made
So-
with actual beef.
That
back
is
Yeah.
not real. That is not real hair.
That's Ray Kroc himself.
Well, the first Big Mac was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
There you
There
go.
you go. I saw the founder.
Speedy was the mascot of what fast food restaurant?
He's kind of
McDonald's,
God.
Wendy's, Burger King, or Arby's?
Wendy's.
I don't know.
Arby's.
I'll say
Arby's.
Arby's. Yeah.
Arby's. I
Arby's.
think.
They have
Arby's.
the beef, or what is it? They have the
Curly
We have
fries.
the speed.
They have the speed.
It was McDonald's.
For speed.
Oh,
Really?
God, that's creepy as
Man,
fuck.
look at
Yeah.
that sign.
That's an old sign.
We have served billions.
Which
Ew.
fast food
Ooh.
restaurant featured a Squid Ink burger?
Oh, my
Was it
Burger King.
Wendy's,
That's gotta
Burger
be
King,
Burger
In and Out,
Burger
or
King.
Five
That
Guys?
sounds
Look
like
at, look
Burger
at those
King.
frame broiled lines.
They do all
Five
sorts of weird
Guys.
shit.
Black
You're right,
cheese.
Spiv. That's frame
Look at
broiled.
Now, Burger King would make sense because Burger King started in Florida.
What does that have to do with Squid Ink?
Seafood
Okay, Neil
terrible.
Breen, please
Miami.
explain that one to us.
makes complete sense.
So it was Burger King, and it was in Asian countries that they had
Okay.
it.
Squid
Okay.
Ink Burger.
Squid Ink burger with squid ink cheese.
Why is yeah.
What percent of children in the world recognize Ronald McDonald?
Now?
100.
75, 80%.
Yeah, I mean, he's an icon.
30%.
Or
89%.
96%.
My kids have no idea who he is.
I wonder if
They'd
that
probably be
compares to the
There's
clown
some
from It.
creeper in the lobby.
And that's Al Roker.
Uh-huh.
That's Al Roker right there.
Yeah.
Or not Al Roker.
The
Yeah.
the guy before.
Oh, the other
the-
guy.
The other
What's
guy.
that guy? Yeah, what's that guy's name?
Willard
Will-
Scott.
Willow Scott.
Scott.
Yeah.
Willard Scott.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
Not
no,
Al
it's not Al
Makes more
Roker.
sense.
One of those Today Show guys. What percent of Americans?
It's Al Roker. Said it so confidently.
Wrong one. What percent of Americans have worked at McDonald's?
15%.
40%.
Well,
Twenty.
hold on. Who's worked at McDonald's on this podcast or fast food?
I worked at Burger
Or
King.
fast
That's cool.
food.
20%.
I will say
15.
35%.
It is 12.5%. 1 in 8.
God.
But now that Iowa loosened those laws, it made it a lot higher.
No, they're replacing them with robots.
That's true.
Which fast food company holds the record for longest commercial?
That's gotta be Burger King.
Is
doing
it
some
Wendy's,
bullshit.
Arby's, Burger King,
Oh,
Subway.
It's the
Subway.
Subway where Jared gets
Subway.
arrested for his child
Yeah.
pornography.
That has to be like a Super Bowl commercial.
I
or
lost
something.
30 pounds in prison by getting arrested for child pornography.
No, it was Arby's.
Oh my god,
Oh.
13 hours?
13 hours, 5 minutes. It was just that
aging the
brisket
meat?
smoking
Oh, boy.
for 13 hours.
Did that
5
air on
minutes.
TV?
That
I heard in high school that it came in like a liquid bag and it just like was congealed fat.
Wow.
yeah.
And then they like heated it up and it turned into
I'll
meat.
tell you what, that Arby's beef and cheddar though, it's a classic.
That's
That's
good.
terrible. Ugh.
Mhm.
I slow cooked some chicken today.
Yeah,
Great job, Ving
Came
Rhames.
out juicy and delicious.
that's fine. That's exciting.
What?
Because he does those Arby's commercials. They
Oh.
have the meat.
Remember that movie Creep where he's eating the Arby's sandwich, Chris?
Yeah, I do.
No.
All right, time to move on. Do some listener feedback. Here we go.
I suggest we read some listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
Last week we checked out Twisted Pair, Neil Breen's latest action-packed thriller. Marilyn Knepper laughed so hard while watching this movie, she twisted her pair.
Oh,
What's that
Pair of
mean?
what?
She was running some network cable.
must have been Files. Spiv laughed.
It was really dumb.
I know. It was so
It
funny
was
though.
good. It was good. Mike DeRosier wants to see a debate between Neil Breen and William Shatner.
On what?
Aliens?
Wait, what? Why?
I think he's
I
commenting
don't
on the
feel
way
like-
they both speak.
I feel like Neil Breen has strong convictions
Oh.
about his beliefs, but I don't feel like I think William Shatner's up for. He'll say whatever you want if you pay him.
If there's
Yeah.
a steady paycheck in it, I'll say any bullshit you want me to say.
Yeah.
Plus, he has a steady cadence.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what you're getting with Shatner. It's steady cadence. With Breen,
Is
he's just
his-
like,
You
is
know
he
who'd be good?
stroking out right now? Did he forget his lines?
Breen's really monotone. I feel like you put him and Chuck Norris together, you might have some interesting stuff happening.
Both.
Monotone versus
Beam
monotone.
down to the planet.
Yeah.
But
Look for computerized, special virtualized technology.
but
Save
the
the
real
time.
Programmable brain matter.
the real William Shatner still talks.
Gotta warp seven.
I'm William Shatner, and this is how I talk about things.
This is.
But like, I don't know what Neil Breen sounds like outside of his movies. Is what I'm saying.
I believe
He probably
talks like
sounds
this.
like a salesman who's trying to sell you a house that you
You're
want to
gonna
buy.
love all the space in this home. It's got 3,200 square foot of closets.
I did my
You're
own
gonna have so
architectural
many
design on that
clothes.
window seal up there too.
The windows overlook the backyard.
I bet he's a good architect. I don't care what you guys say.
I'm an architect.
I bet he is.
This has a
Matthew
modern
Pfeiffer.
HVAC system and a new kitchen. The
You're
kitchen
done.
is set
You're
up
cut
like-
off. You're cut off. You're cut off. Go
He's
ahead.
not an
Continue, Spiff.
architect.
There's a
Yes, he is.
in the backyard.
He's not architecting.
I mean,
You know,
he's an architect as much as he says he is. You know, like he sells
He's like
houses.
a Costanza of architects.
He probably like
He's an artist.
fixes
guys.
stuff
He
on
could
the
totally be
house,
an
and he
architect.
calls himself an architect.
Well,
You know what I'm
according to
saying?
Sean, who knows everything, the houses that he's shot in are ones that he has designed.
Bullshit.
God,
See?
that is scary.
Interesting.
No, see, AJ, that's where I think you're being unfair because I think there's different people who are good at different things, and this is a guy going out of his comfort zone and his whatever he's talented at and doing something, and that's why it's so ridiculous.
Sure. That's why he's using computers that aren't even turned on. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, it is.
fair enough.
That makes
He
complete
doesn't
sense.
know anything about computers.
That makes
Hey,
complete
yeah.
sense.
These things power up. I
He's
didn't
an
know that. No one
architect. He
told
has to
me.
use
I'm an
computers.
architect, goddammit. Art Vandalay.
And you want to be my latex salesman.
Yeah.
Why are we still talking about this?
Sorry.
Go ahead, Smith.
Matthew
Get
off
that.
Pfeiffer.
tangent.
Matthew Pfeiffer's going to set us straight about what Twisted Pair was about.
Let's hear it.
It's basically a remake of Sucker Punch and Fight Club. Cade is abducted into the sex trade as a child. And the rest of
Sucker
the film
Punch.
is how Cade mentally deals with the years of abuse he was subjected to.
That's both of those.
Plot twist is that Cale never existed.
There's the Fight Club.
That was Cade after he escaped the sex ring and became a drug addict.
Sex
It was
ring?
only
What?
after he started seeing a therapist that he got off the drugs, shaved his beard, and became a superhero.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
It's a bummer that Sucker Punch was so stupid. Like I really
Yes.
liked
That's
it.
really stupid.
It was
This
really
is the
dumb.
worst
It does
fucking
have
movie.
some. It has some good effects.
It has
Yeah,
good
it's really
underlying
dumb.
like commentary too, but it's just so bad. So bad.
Yeah, it's a dumb.
It's no Neil Breen film, that's for sure.
Lindsay, he also wants to know if you recounted a Neil Breen viewing story in a theater,
Yes.
and he wants to know if that was at the Music Box in Chicago.
It was not. That would have been a cool place to go see it, but no. I think it was just a general sentiment across screenings.
Matthew Heckman, everyone's giving Breen too much credit. He's definitely just gone on a full boomer rant about stuff he doesn't know
Right.
anything
We're
about.
trying to be
That's what I'm
polite.
saying.
We don't want to be sued by an architect out of Nevada.
Wait. I feel like that's what we said the whole time.
That's
Is
what
it
AJ
not?
said.
We tried to give him a little bit of credit.
architect.
Oh yeah. Well, AJ doesn't think he's an architect. I
just
still
worry
think he's an
about-
architect.
I think he
architects have
likes
this
to call himself an
pedestal that
architect,
they're-
but he's not really an architect. You know, just
just
like people like
keep it
to
up.
say that
You're
they're
an architect
they're
hater.
a doctor because they got a master's, but they're not really a doctor.
AJ, you better be
You know?
careful, man. You're going to wake up tomorrow and check your
I'm not
mailbox,
a
there's
medical
gonna
doctor. It's more than one kind of doctor, AJ.
be- Is there a
I know.
doctor
I'm
in
just
the
saying,
house?
like, there's people that like study and do what they do well and are legitimately those things, and there's people that like dabble and they'll say that they're those things.
So you think he's a dabbling architect?
And are,
So
oh, yeah.
you're a
Oh, yeah.
podcaster, is what
He's-
you're saying.
I was going to
He's-
say, we're sitting here on the Bad Movie Night podcast
He's a realtor.
talking about dabbling in an industry.
He's a realtor, and just like George Costanza, he has an appreciation for architecture. But he's not an architect like George Costanza is not. An
So we're not
architect.
real reviewers.
I don't claim to be.
We're just a bunch of
real
assholes with
reviewer.
opinions.
I don't claim to be anything. Thank you.
I mean, you claim to be in a basement, but I don't know sure if I believe it.
It's just a blue screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joe
I have no
McDonald.
idea what we're talking about anymore. Continue.
I think we're still trying to read these. Joe McDonald, out of all the vanity projects, this was the worst. At least Getaven was fun in its stupidity. I thought Twisted Bear was a lot of fun. I'm also amazed how Roctopussy was called lazy, and this dumpster fire is interesting. Roctopussy
Well,
was campy
no,
in
no.
a fun way, like the
Rockopussy was
Barbarians.
fun, but it was
Sorry.
too obvious that they were using
Rock-
her assets.
Yeah.
Well, no,
for things.
Roctopussy depended on the audience to like fill in the gaps where they didn't feel the need to in all the action scenes and stuff because it was just so
Is it?
generic of a movie. And that's
Neil
what I'm
Breen
talking
film
about.
Doesn't expect you to fill
No,
in
no, no.
gaps?
But there's a difference. Neil Breen
she
is
was
crafting
hot.
some sort of intricate
She did
message.
it.
You might
Yes.
not understand it, but it makes sense to him in some way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Us, it's nonsense.
Yeah.
And he went, I feel like, to the effort of fulfilling his vision in the best
Yeah.
way he could.
That's
Roctopussy was like talented people because it looked nice, but it was like it was just
Nonsense.
cheaply done.
Silly
And so
nonsense.
I don't know. That's
It was pretty
my
good.
I agree with
perspective.
that.
This is
You're
maybe
just
with
mad about
more
the whole
money.
nipple tassel thing, nipple piercing.
I think
Just
it's just
wasn't
sad.
It wasn't real nipples. Like, you didn't see nipples.
We're
I
not
would have
talking-
loved to.
we're
Like,
not-
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like,
We're
I know
not
what a
talking
nipple
about
looks
this.
like.
I know what a
She
nipple
had
looks
no-
like. I got two. She has them. I don't disagree that she doesn't have them. They were just covered. That's all I'm saying.
See, this is why he's like
Chris likes to think
can't
he's a
let-
nipple expert, but in reality, Chris is not a nipple expert.
I've seen a
He
lot
dabbles.
of nipples.
He dabbles. Okay. Just like George Costanza dabbles.
Dabbles.
Oh, what do you do for a living? Ah, some video editing.
I nipple dabble.
Nipple dabble.
Oh shit, that's funny.
That is really funny.
We're gonna call you the dabbler
God.
from now on,
Oh God, it's awful.
or the nippler. What are we calling you?
Call me whatever.
Speaking
just call you
of
Nips.
They
dabblers,
call you nips. Snip at work.
Nippy dab.
Taylor Ann doesn't know why anyone would want to watch a vanity project as bad as this. Alternate
That's
title:
it?
Vanity Project
Just went
Part
right
1,
over your
the
head.
movie.
I mean,
Yeah, she's young, guys. Yeah,
Oh,
she's young.
stop.
Oh my God.
That's so rude.
That's like your
You're so rude.
He's
response to
young.
every Taylor Ann response. Dude.
I know it really is.
Guys, come on.
Steve used to be young and naive. What
Used to
happened?
be.
Yeah, now you're the old cranky
I'm
man.
I mean,
More than
I kind of agree with her in some ways. Like, it was fun
Yeah.
the first time. The second
Yeah.
time was not nearly as fun for me. We'll see what the
Oh,
third
really?
time.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
I like this.
It has a style. You can say that.
might be experiencing
I do
green
agree.
burnout.
I feel like we're gonna get a lot more film
Breen out.
in the
Breen out.
next couple
Breen out.
movies. There's gonna be more context. We're gonna build context with the movies.
There's not going to be any fucking context.
It's all connected.
No, there's
I-
not.
I hope
it's
it's,
not
uh,
connected.
Next to me, it was you, or what? What's the one?
I don't know.
What's the most
What?
Oh yeah. what,
It's
what
you.
is that called? I'm with you, but you're here or something. Is that what it is? I'm with you here. I'm with you. I'm
I
here
do-
with you.
Without
Something like
me,
that.
I'm you.
Before
What is
we
it?
end, I do want to share
What is that called?
his
That-
website and a new trailer. Okay.
It is on the tip of my tongue. I'm here with you right now,
That's
or something.
like that.
That's not what
Right?
it's
Isn't that
called.
that is what it's called? It's called something like that.
Right now?
Spiv is
No.
Spiv. You know what I'm talking about, right?
That's the
I
line
am
he
here.
said.
Now.
Thank you. I was close.
Enough.
And we have pass through and fateful findings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dava,
Yeah.
Dava, finally, Dava Black reminds me of Corey Feldman, except more cringe. Not that is a bad thing.
Yeah, we need to review some Corey Feldman
No,
new
we
music.
really
works.
don't. No,
Alternate title from
we don't
Dava.
need to do that.
Twisted Pair, a testicular torsion story.
I like it.
I can relate to that.
Okay.
Ugh.
That's just
That's creepy.
disturbing.
I'm amazed. Are they combining like existing videos
Yeah.
with this AI, or
Yeah.
is that like
Something like that.
completely
Nah,
generated?
it's not completely generated.
Okay. That does it for our listener feedback, guys. If you want to leave a fun comment about Double Down
Hold on, Spiv.
and how it's all blackjack related,
Spiv, that does not completely do it for our listener feedback. We have 2 voicemails this
we
week.
have
guys.
two.
What? That is
Breen
exciting.
himself.
I am so
I
excited
hope
for
it's
voicemail.
Do you question? Do you screen these before you play them?
I saw who they were from. So I didn't listen to the whole things, but I listened to who it was, and I was like, all right. But if it's somebody new, yeah, I'll screen it.
Oh God! Don't
So
let
here we
them
go.
know that they're gonna sneak one by you, you dumbass.
What are they gonna say? What are they gonna?
Don't
Judging
know.
from our
Who are they
patrons, some
gonna
pretty
offend?
Horrible things.
We have good listeners, all right.
We have
Here we go.
amazing
Let's
people.
listen to
They
the
just
first
are
voicemail.
Perverted assholes like us.
Yeah. Here we go.
Hi, this is Paul Breen. I'm coming to you with an offer that I can't believe. For the past dozen years, I've been hacking into the most top secret government websites. I've been raiding the firewalls of private institutions and tapping our most beloved acting celebrities' emails to bring you a compilation of all of their best acting secrets for the low price of $29.99 and shipping and handling. You can own a DVD of the most held private secrets of acting. That includes how to act like me, a real human Breen in every movie I've appeared in, and react to dialogue provided to you by your acting partner. That's right, acting is reacting, and reacting is more acting. So, buy my $29.99 DVD of the most government top held secrets of acting and pay the shipping and handling, and we'll send for you for free a broken laptop covered in coffee. That's right. Artificial intelligence, artificially enhanced DNA, government controlled patch chips, REM sleep. These are all things that exist, but what doesn't exist is my DVD in your hands. So pay the $29.99 today and expose the corruption. Be a part of a revolution of people acting in the way that people were meant to act, like a real human Breen, like me.
Okay.
Paul lost the plot halfway into that. Was that John Dunning?
That read like a intergalactic cable episode of Rick and Morty.
Good job, Paul. Very nice.
That was John Dunning image. That was Paul.
Oh God, that's terrifying. We need to get that guy back on too.
Here's our next one.
Hello, this is Kale Breen. I'd like to talk to you about corruption. That's right. All the corruption and evil that I know is happening with my satellite television signal. Please, I need your help to fix this corruption and evil so that I may watch Tucker Carlson. He was doing an expose on the evils of artificial intelligence. It was making a lot of sense to me, and now it's gone. Help me, please.
Whose nipples did I just see?
That's the question.
Was that Matthew Pfeiffer? He sounds like Krusty the Clown there.
That was Matthew Pfeiffer doing his best Neil Breen, and that was John Dunning and Stefan.
Nice.
Two of my favorite people.
Oh my God.
We call him the nippler. What do we call him?
Nipple dabbler?
Nipple dabbler.
Who's Neil Breen did you like better? Who sounded more Neil Breenish?
Boy.
No, that's
Paul.
I think
Paul or Matt?
I think, man, that's hard. I'm hard after listening to that.
All right, fair enough.
$29.99.
Some tuna can fix that, Aaron.
Tuna.
All right.
That was really tough.
Yeah. Leave your best Neil Breen next week, guys, by going to bad-movie-night.com and leaving us a voicemail. But it's time to move on and
Kate
do
Crossing?
what we need to do, which is, of course, spin
Kate Crossing?
the Breen wheel.
Kate Crossing?
Oh my gosh, this could go so many ways with these three that are left. Oh,
AJ, you can't put the new one on. It's not available anywhere to watch.
Dude,
I don't know
the
which one I'm
trailer
looking for.
looks amazing.
Well, we can't just review the trailer, asshole. Come on now.
Oh, it's going to make us
It doesn't
excited
come
if
out
we
till
see it.
May. Come on.
There's Gothic churches in it, guys.
Yeah, but we can't watch it, so there's no point.
JPEGs.
You can't just watch the trailer.
There's a Dracula castle in it, man.
Oh my God. Okay, I kind of piqued my interest.
Yes.
Is it $29.99?
Are we ready to spin the wheel?
Yeah, let's spin this. It's all gold from here on
it's
out.
It's called the Breel, Chris.
It's all winners, guys.
All right, here.
Spin
I don't
that
pass
wheel.
Pass through looks
They're all
too.
good.
These two look interesting. Pass through looks too much like what we just watched. Here we go.
I mean, yeah. I'll watch the one with the three people on the cover because at least there's more
Yeah,
actors in it
that's
than
the one
her.
I want. I want the three people.
I want other people in the
You gotta have the
movie.
ellipsis. Come on.
If it's pass through, I quit the podcast forever. Quit the podcast forever.
What's the podcast for?
Such a quitter.
This, just
There
play
you
the trailer.
This is gonna be the worst one, isn't it? It's just gonna
play
be
the
him mumbling
trailer.
in the desert
story?
about
No.
Jesus, right?
It's something.
It's his recreation of Moses, the story
You
of
keep
Moses.
saying it's something.
That's all I can say. I don't know what else to say. There's no other way to describe
It's committed to film.
Oh, we're back in the desert.
There's a tiger on
Tiger? Oh, he's got track marks?
Oh boy.
Barbed wire.
Dude, this looks freaking sweet. It's a thirsty wasteland.
This looks like a religious movie.
Oh my God, he's Tucker Carlson.
He's
Breaking
larger than the
news.
desk.
Is he
He's
leprosy?
giant. He's a giant.
But Wait, go back to that. I want to see this.
This looks like
in the desert
this looks like a Corey Haim, not Corey. What's that guy's name from the 80s? Comes back and does all these religious movies.
Feldman.
Hundreds of
No.
Cameron.
Cameron.
Kirk
Cameron.
So
That's
what is
this
this
looks
in?
like.
Where is this? Is this like his second movie?
No, this is his third or fourth.
Oh my god, there's human trafficking. This is gonna be dark.
This is gonna be.
Isn't that
Oh my god.
I am on
Is
board.
that the Fresh Prince house?
I think this
It
one's gonna
might
be
be.
worse than
This
any
is a
of
story
them.
about how I kidnapped a bunch of border crossing people.
Yeah.
and-
I think this one.
wanna
No,
be
this
in
is.
a
I think this is a good. Is this our last Breen movie that we're
2007.
watching?
Brain, yeah.
Yes.
I think this is a
No,
good
it's
one.
not.
I think this is a good one to end on if we're just doing April.
We can't
because
stop.
this is kind of a midway point, so you get like half double down, half twisted pair.
What if I want?
We're not
neither?
stopping, guys. I refuse to stop watching these movies at this point. We're gonna continue.
That's great. You can do that on your personal free
No,
time.
no. We're doing it on the pod. We're gonna keep going.
No,
I think we have to vote on it though.
I don't think
We need to watch. I've been told we need to watch Samurai Cop, which is another
Didn't
well-known.
we already watch that?
no.
We watched Omega.
Come
Cop
on,
and
Spiff,
Karate
get
Cop.
with it.
Ah, we watched so many
Karate
cop movies.
Cops.
These are all the Raman cheating.
We watched
Maniac
Cyborg
Cop,
Cop, Cyborg
Cyborg
Cop
Cop.
1. We didn't watch Cyborg Cop 2.
We watched Maniac Cop 1, 2, 3.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Maniac Cops are awesome.
Seven.
What's this thing called?
Pass through.
Pass through. I was thinking particular
You take a
pairs or
twisted-
something.
Twisted
that's
pair.
not it.
And you set up.
Robert Sidar.
2015 Neil Breen classic.
guys.
Pass through.
There's a lot of
My
green
birthday is next week, and I want to keep watching Breen movies.
You can do that. Happy birthday.
No, we're not doing
enjoy.
that. No.
We're done.
You're not gonna do
We're
that? Not
done-
even
we're
for
done.
my birthday?
No,
No,
fuck
no.
that.
Not even
No.
for my
My
birthday.
anniversary's next week. And
Well, then I'm gonna
I'll
play
buy
my
you a
secret
beer,
wheel
but I'm not
instead.
buying you a Breen.
And I'm bringing back the secret wheel. It's one or the other.
Okay, here's what I will grant you. We can do the secret wheel. As long as it's not the religious Trump wheel.
It's not. It's,
Oh,
it's
thank
something
God.
much more
God.
diabolic.
Oh
What could be
god.
forcibly
Look,
worse than-
look, it's his birthday. Let's just do the secret wheel for him.
Yes,
Okay?
you fools.
Chris, this is why you're such a nipple dabbler.
It must be. I'm okay with it. That's gonna do it.
What is it?
What
is
is
it,
what?
AJ? What's the
You gotta
wheel?
wait. It's gonna.
You gotta
you're gonna
wait. It's
and
next week.
see.
We'll find out
It's a
next week.
surprise.
It's probably like Neil Breen, How to Be an Architect film. It's from $29.99.
That
think
sounds
it's-
amazing.
It's gonna be all Thirsty Wasteland.
I want to
Okay,
see.
That's what I
Neil
think
Breen.
it's gonna be. That's what I think it's gonna be too, Lindsay. We'll see what happens next week when AJ does his secret wheel. He probably has nothing. He's gonna make it up before then.
No, I gotta.
It's on his other
browser.
computer.
It's
He
ready
doesn't have
right
it.
now.
Yeah, the guy who can't have the procrastination station ready to go has it ready to go right now. Is what you're telling me. All right, fair enough. All right, that's gonna do it, guys, for this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go to the iTunes, leave us a review. It helps out the show. Consider going to the Patreon, patreon.com/badmovienight sign up for $2, get access to all the crap. It's great, helps the show out. Fun stuff, super fun. Pre-show this week, where you can learn about the farting incident of 2023 and Lindsay's bad day because she had a bad day. Anyways, that's
Selling
it.
some pot. Facebook said, the fuck, you're not.
And Rebecca plays a bassoon, and find all that out.
Oh, the bassoon player.
Patreon.com/badmovienightshow. Catch you guys next week when we talk about Piece of Me?
Passing.
Pass through. Pass through. I don't know. All right.
Just have to double down and pass through.
I'm about to pass one through my butt right now. Here we go. Goodbye.
Bad Movie Night Podcast. 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 We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night.